Hello YouTubers, I'm going to show you how I made my makeshift ceiling tiles. As you probably heard in my last video with the computers, how I set up my computers. This is my little office here with my computers. But I didn't show you this, my makeshift ceiling tiles. And yes, there's air conditioning. As you probably noticed, that's a bathroom fan grill I got from Home Depot for $7. That's just to blow air across my closet. And there's my screamer and a speaker. And this speaker is actually hooked up to my stereo, which I'll show you the stereo. This one right here. Sorry about the camera being blurry. And I'll turn it down so I don't violate copyright. Show you to hook it. Turn it down. You have a PA system out here, but see, you might hear it. I got this from Goodwill for cheap. There's a light switch just for this smoke detector. Yeah, you probably saw that flash right now. It's wired up onto the fire alarm system. This screamer is hooked up too, but I can't turn it on because I don't want to annoy everyone around here. So if you're wondering what this plug goes to, it's just a 15 amp single receptacle. I have an LED strip out here hooked up. And yes, I have 12 volts all the way out in here. And this thermostat is powered off 12 volts. There's my light switch. Watch, I'll shut everything off. I'm gonna shut everything off. You heard that clip. That was the thermostat. Everything is off. My little unit here is off. But dude, I finally got to run 12 volts out to this outlet. It's on the same circuit, but this outlet doesn't turn off. I have it powered to these computer speakers. They're my compact computer speakers. And these two speakers are also hooked up down here on this old GFCI outlet. I bypassed the safety feature because it wouldn't work on 12 volts, so I just hooked it up on the output where it goes to the other outlets, and it works just fine. Powers these computer speakers. And my lights came on, my speakers came on, and this came back on. And it'll kick on. But here's my exhaust vent to my attic. As everyone knows, an attic always has to have an exhaust. And this does not go up into my house attic. This is just to the ceiling up in there. I put just an air vent there, just so it has some ventilation. And there's this 35-year-old vent, and I'll show you up in there, but here's that vent right there. That is the return for this vent here, where it blows out here and it sucks in there. I just stuck that metal cover up in there to cover up some holes. Of course, got it from a drain set because it was extra. But I'll show you how it looks like in here. There's a little access point right here I made. I open that up, set my tile down right there. There's Romex wire running over to this. This is hooked up through Romex wire. And when it hits this box, then it connects to category 5 wire. And this switch just flips on this, which is on right now. Strapped to an old workbox. Put on cardboard. I'll put my flashlight up in there. There's an old workbox. If you're wondering why there's plastic joints and studs I put, it's to make this more secure without drooping and collapsing. But look at this. This is a dryer duct. I used a dryer duct. This is the return duct. It goes all the way out to the back here, which I'll try to give you a good view of what it looks like behind here. You might see the blower, the shoebox. You might see another duct right here. That's the airflow. That's where the air comes out. You'll probably see a shoebox behind here. There's a lot of wires. There's a junction box there. Actually, it's just an outlet box where all my wires connect to everything. Then out here, way further out, there's really nothing besides that air vent. But this is my access point. Soon I might make my intercom system connect all the way out here. Put a little box right here on that wall. And just run it out here. But there's a Romex wire going out to a box. There's a speaker up here like I showed you. And you can kind of sort of see some light through that vent. The air will shut on a little bit. It's just because I flipped that switch off down there. And this is just going out to the LED strip. Just a regular 15 amp outlet. Put that there last week. There is a stud right here, and you probably saw a stud here in this particular spot. I like to keep everything secured because out here the storms sometimes get bad. Remember that first video I showed you with the styrofoam attic? I showed you like slideshows of my first styrofoam attic. This is what it pretty much is, but this one's a whole lot better because they could put more in here through that styrofoam attic. But yeah, this is old dryer duct. And half these materials were not being used, so I decided to build this just to use these materials. Because I don't. This is how you can save your house ceiling from like getting poking holes and all that in there. If you're interested in building this is the best thing to do. Like if you're a fire alarm person and you want to put junction boxes and all that up, this would be perfect for that because you don't have to really drill into the ceiling and run wires up in the ceiling. You can just make the makeshift attic. You can paint it. You can have little air conditioning. Just always make sure to put nails up. Let's see. There's nails all here. There's a thumbtack. Yeah, this is just an old science fair board. As you probably wonder why there's writing. And this just kicked on. You might hear it. You'll probably get a good view of it. But this is my makeshift attic. Always if you're planning on building these from this video, always put a support like stud in here, like wood or some plastic that is non-flexible. Can't be flexible because you want this to be straightened up really well. And always make sure when you put up an air vent or something like this, something like this big. This is like a 12 by 12 air vent, and it weighs a lot for these tiles, so you always want to be careful. Make sure to put lots of support, put nuts and bolts for heavy things. Yep, this is how I made this. Duct tape seals everything. Well, I hope you liked this video. Always be safe when you're building this, and have a wonderful day.